is there anything else video game wise that like really caught your guys' attention or disappointed you or like something you didn't expect? Because this was definitely an E3 where there were not a lot.
I don't think anyone expected Breath of the Wild 2.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there it is.
Yeah. So you and I have kind of talked about this.
Yeah.
I've talked about how much I enjoyed my time with Breath of the Wild, but I think it's a bad Zelda game, but it's a really good action-adventure RPG. It's a fucking amazing action-adventure RPG, but it's a bad Zelda game.
We differ on that opinion.
Yeah, I know. But I hope they get back to more... Like, I don't necessarily need them to go super linear again or anything like that, but give me more of
God, that looks so awesome.
what I like about Zelda. I said to you, like I've said this to you, the most fun I had was doing the Divine Beasts because it felt the most like Zelda, but I totally agree with you that those are completely inadequate replacements for dungeons.
That's what I want.
Completely inadequate. I don't need more shrines. I need less shrines. I liked the shrines, but the fact that there was 3 or 4 different types of shrines all over, and then there's hundreds of those things, like, it really...
I like the shrines.
It was nice to break up the traversal of the world, but at the same time, I definitely got bored of the physics puzzles. I got bored of the battle stuff. Like, it was just too much of that stuff.
I mean, that stuff to me, it felt like Zelda, but it didn't, because that felt like puzzles that you would do inside a really big dungeon. But I'm super hyped for this, because there's a lot of things that have been said since this trailer that it's just like, Aonuma, however you say his name, Aonuma.
It's close enough, I think.
I think that's how you say it. It said that it's going to be dark.
Yeah.
And I think he even said it's probably a little bit darker than Majora's Mask. Like, he actually referenced Majora's Mask.
Yeah. Which is something you and I were like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, I think it's going to come out sooner rather than later. I don't know when. And I'm saying, I know, I don't think you fully agree with me on that, but I'm saying that because I think this is going to be their Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
Oh, no, I'm with
moment.
you. I don't think it's going to be forever from now. I don't think it's going to be like... I think earliest is next fall, but I don't think they'll do next fall because of the new consoles launching. And not that Zelda will get lost, because Zelda, if anything can withstand new consoles launching, it's a fucking Zelda game.
Well, especially this game.
Yes.
You know, with how much people love Breath of the Wild. But
so maybe I would say summer would be the earliest I think we would get it.
Yeah, and I don't even know if it's going to come then. And I don't even know that I want it then.
Right.
I want it to be good and done and ready.
Done. Yeah.
And I'm glad that it's going to be, you know, like, it's interesting because, like, it's the next Zelda. I mean, it is the next Zelda. You can't say that it's not, but it's it's literally a direct sequel, which doesn't happen that often. And I'm sure there'll be
good, because what was my main complaint at the end of the game after I beat Ganon? I told you.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to areas I had been to and see them now that the life was back in the world.
Yeah.
And I hope that before it gets dark again, I hope I get to see the fruits of my labor from Breath of the Wild.
There's a lot of theories and stuff going on. Like, I'm excited for the darkness of it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see if they do something that's more like that. Because, man, I would love to play a dungeon in that Breath of the Wild style of game and like a legit Zelda dungeon. I'd be all about it.
I hope. I don't necessarily think I want it to be the same map. You know what I mean? Like,
and I almost feel like it can't be. I feel like it's going to, but I feel like there's going to be so many differences. Some people have even theorized that the fact that the castle lifts up is implying that it's going to go somewhere else. You're going to go somewhere else entirely, but who knows?
Yeah. We'll
see. But, I mean, it's a full-blown game. It's not download content.
Yeah.
So, I'm definitely excited.
Here's what I want. Not necessarily out of Breath of the Wild, but out of Zelda. Here's what I want. I want them to do with Ocarina of Time what Square is doing with Final Fantasy VII. I want a full-on, from the ground up fucking remake of Ocarina of Time. Final Fantasy VII. Guys, did you ever play it, Rick?
I've never played any of them.
No. Bryce? No?
I never played 7. I've played I played the Final Fantasy games a little bit with my brother, the ones that were on Nintendo.
Okay.
The trailer that I watched on the show with James...
Yeah.
I think it was 7.
Yes, it's the remake for 7.
Yeah, like that looked interesting to me.
Did you see the one out of E3?
I don't think I did.
So
you can put it up.
It's you can put it up. It's man, I have never been able to get into Final Fantasy games. I've watched Ben play a lot of them and really liked the stories. Hyped? He hasn't responded to me about it.
So it's not just me.
Asshole.
Okay, good. It's not just me.
It's not just you. I am not a fan of turn-based combat. Never have been. Mm-hmm. Also, not a fan of walls of fucking text when I play video games. Especially when it's walls of text that are supposed to be giving me the story of the game. Not that it can't be done properly or well.
There's good ways to do it, but I hate when you're picking up notes and stuff. And you don't have to read it, but I feel like I'm missing something if I don't.
And there's games I love that are guilty of it. Last of Us is fucking guilty as shit of it.
It definitely is, but it's interesting. I don't know. How much do you need me for this segment?
We gotta go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Go. This is a trailer, right?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So this is
that's pretty big.
The most interested or not most interested, because I'm always interested in Final Fantasy games, but inherently I'm like, it's not for me. I'm not a fan of the combat. But I do have some reverence for Final Fantasy VII because I watched Ben play through that like 2 or 3 times. Right. I've watched him play all the way through it. And this looks so fucking cool. And I think because of like the active battle system and the voice acted stuff and just the look of it in general, I think I might finally play through Final Fantasy VII 20 years later, but in this remake. I actually almost bought it on Switch recently because they put out Final Fantasy VII on Switch. And I almost bought it because I was like, I really should play through this.
But not this one.
No.
Right.
No, this isn't even close to coming out yet. It says, I think they say this year, but it's not going to fucking be this year. I want to play this game. I definitely want to play this game.
Yeah, I do too. When I was talking with James about it on the show, like, he's played it. I think he's played a few of them, if I remember correctly. Uh-huh. And I know 7's the one that everyone raves about.
7, it's the most mainstream one. It's the one that the most people have played.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah. And there are people that will tell you it's the best, but then there are the gatekeeping assholes that'll tell you that 8 and 9 are better than 7, or 6 is better than 7, or it was cooler before you knew about it. Like, there's those people definitely.
Right.
But
this looks awesome.
This is the one that got the most mainstream traction with people on the PlayStation 1. But yeah, man, it looks really cool.
So cool.
It looks really, really cool.
Yeah, because I'm not really like an Japanese anime type of person, other than like Pokemon. And like, what's that other one? I don't know. Let's watch some other one.
Yeah. I love stuff like that though, but it's always hard to get into.
Yes, because I feel like there's a shitload of it that I don't even know where to start.
Right.
So like, I don't try to start. But as far as this game looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily full turn-based combat, is it?
No, it's active. It's called active time battle. So
okay.
You have
which is why it intrigues me too.
Yeah, you see the blue bar that's dissipating as they move.
Yeah.
So that happens.
Can you guys see this shit right now?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, my armpits feel fucking drenched.
They've been wet for a while.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? Also, sorry, not to interrupt the whole show, but I damn near ate a wasp walking out the goddamn door.
You ate a wasp?
I almost did. It was like 2 inches from my face. Like, that's a big fucking wasp. I'm like, well, I'm going inside the house now. Anyways,
so it's active time battle. So you have a bar that depletes as you move and make actions, but then you have attacks that refill your bar so you can do more. It's definitely a super intricate system. It's built on a system that's been around for a long time that they've kind of built up. So it feels more like a real-time combat scenario and not like a strategy game. But yeah, I really want to play that game. I was saying that I've almost bought 7 on Switch. Several times because it's it's the original version of it. But again, I don't want to have to read everything. I like voice acting. I'm one of the monsters that thinks Legend of Zelda should have voice acting, even if they don't voice Link. It should be. I know there was some in Breath of the Wild, but I feel like you can't give Link a voice. More. You don't have to. Fine, yeah. I get that.
No, I'm with you on that. Don't give Link a voice, but I'd like for there to be more voice acting.
Full voice acting minus Link.
At the same time, this is even a Zelda thing. There are some games though where I like I like telling the story about it in my head.
Right.
And it is kind of cool to read stuff.
Yeah.
But I hear you. What?
I'm on the bandwagon too as far as no voices
for Link.
Link.
None at all? Or just for Link?
No, none
just
at all.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think what they did in Breath of the Wild was fine, like the grunts and whatnot.
He's saying the same thing that I'm saying, though.
Link does just like not a proper...
Yeah, Link doesn't need to talk because it's just, it'd be so weird to give him a voice all of a sudden.
Like, and again, as much as I enjoyed rebuilding that town and getting what I wanted out of the dialogue, it would have been nice for that to be voice acted.
I get it.
We're telling them not to give someone a voice.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, I think everyone
it's
around...
about time a straight white male doesn't have a voice, okay? Just saying.
It's technically an elf, isn't
he? I said straight white male. I didn't say human.
But like everyone around him have a voice. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I want that.
But yeah, this is like I said while you were gone, I've always been intrigued by Final Fantasy games, but I can never really get into the combat stuff.
This combat for this game seems a bit more tangible for me.
For sure.
I mean, I apparently don't know jack shit about Final Fantasy VII because when I was watching this, I'm like, this is a Final Fantasy game? Like, I didn't understand the whole futuristic sort of whatever was going on in it. Because the ones I played definitely were in more of what I imagine being a fantasy movie.
Yeah, that's why 7 was so, like, why it hit mainstream so well. Like, I was saying again while you were gone, like, it's regarded by a lot of people as the best. But if, like, honestly, it's literally just the most mainstream of the games. It's the one that the most people played.
Mm-hmm.
And I said because there are those asshole gatekeepers that'll be like, no, 6 was better because you didn't know about it. Or 8 is better because it's not 7. Or 9 is better because it looked nicer.
Yeah.
But 7 is definitely a seminal game. People love Final Fantasy 7. And I've always wanted to play it. And like I said, I've watched Ben play through it several times. And I really like the aesthetic and the story and everything. And I want to experience it for myself. And this is probably the way I'm going to do it, is through this remake. I just don't know how they're going to go about like release, because they just said like this is part 1.
I know, it's so weird. Yeah. They're releasing it in parts.
And part 1 is 2 Blu-ray discs worth of fucking content.
Why? Like, why is it being done like that?
7 was a 2-disc game on PS1, and they've gone again from the ground up, have rebuilt everything. So
I mean, is it just a way to make people not wait as long? You think it has more to do with that?
I don't know. I really don't know. I hope it's one of those things where like, here's the game, you've bought the game, you've spent the 60 or 70 or, you know, because you're crazy, you're going to buy that $140 one with the motorcycle and cloud. And you're going to buy that.
Ben's going to buy that.
Yeah. So is cheesy. I guarantee it. But
Wolf is all about it.
I hope it's a case where you buy the game and then when the rest is finished, they roll it into the game you own already. I don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
But that's, in a perfect world, that's what they would do.
What's the phrase I'm looking for? Like Walking Dead. What game did you just play?
Life is Strange.
Episodic.
Life is Strange. Episodic.
Yeah.
I don't like it. And that reminds me of Episodic, even though I know it's not.
I like episodic games.
I don't like it.
I think because I'm more of a casual gamer, that's why I like episodic.
But I mean, it's just like I can understand. I can see some benefits of it because when I was playing, like the newest Monkey Island came out from Telltale and it was episodic, and there was things that they got feedback from people and they changed for the next thing, and I think that is kind of cool. But at the same time, it's just like the whole time I'm playing, I'm like, this is going to be over soon. This is going to be over soon. This is going to be over soon.
Well, this is a massive fucking thing.
Well, yeah, this will be different.
Yeah.
I don't know.